Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today we're going to talk about color scales. I'm going to show you how to do them in Excel first. That's where you get the little colors, right? Based on the scale of your data. So that like low numbers can be in the red, mid-range numbers in the yellow, high numbers in the green, or vice versa, whatever color scheme you want. And I'll show you how it's really easy to do in Excel, but it's not quite so easy to do in Access because Access has a hard time figuring out what that scale is. We're gonna have to teach it how to do that. So that's why this is an expert level video. It's a little more difficult than yesterday's video. Yesterday we learned about data bars, which is that little bar that goes across like that, right? The bigger the number, the bigger the bar. And tomorrow we're gonna mix the two. We're gonna do colored data bars. But for today, let's focus on these color scales. All right, so yesterday in Excel, we made these cute little data bars. Let's get rid of the data bars. Go back to conditional formatting. We're going to go to manage rules, and we're going to delete this rule. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hit OK. Goodbye. Bye. See ya. All right. Now, color scales. Let's, again, select all the cells. Conditional formatting. Color scales is right there, and then just pick one. Pick whatever one you like. There's a whole bunch of them in here. You can go from dark green to light green. You can go from red to green. You can go to green to blue. You can go to red to blue. You can whatever you want. I'm going to do this one. Okay. So if you got really high numbers, right? 150, 130, 90, 2, right? You go from green, lighter green, whatever, to red. Oops, someone just beamed in. Okay. And Excel can figure out what the range is in here. So if this is, 20,000. Then you can see that it adjusts accordingly, right? This is no longer green; it went to white. But if this is only 140, now those are both darker green. Okay. All right. Now in Access, it's going to be a little trickier because we can do something like that with conditional formatting, but Access can't automatically figure out the scale. All right. Now yesterday we added a field to our customer table called completed, like how far along a project is or whatever. Okay. Now, you can easily do this with conditional formatting if you have a known scale. Like if this is always a value from 1 to 100, right? If this is a 1 and this guy got a 100, we can very easily set this up with conditional formatting, right? Save this, close it. Let's go into our customer list here. And I'm going to get rid of this data bar for now. And let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay. Now, using conditional formatting, we can click on this, right? Go to Format, Conditional Formatting, and we can add some simple rules in here. All right, so we're going to say if the field value is, let's say we'll break it into thirds. All right, so we'll say if the field value is greater than, let's say 66, then we'll make it green. Okay, and then we'll add a new rule. And if the field value is greater than 33, we'll make it yellow. All right. And finally, new rule. If the value is greater than 0, we'll make it red. Like that, right? Okay. High, medium, low. Obviously, this requires values from 1 till whatever. All right, but we're just assuming it's 1 to 100. You could put a validation rule on here, for example, if you want to force it to be 1 to 100, but this is good enough for now. All right, save it, close it, open it up. There you go. Put some mid-range values in here, right? 65, 90, and so on. Okay, but if you get something in here, it's 2200. It doesn't. It throw it. You want to be able to have a scalable range. That's the benefit of doing the color scales in Excel, is it can figure out the range. So with a little bit of math and a couple of functions, we can figure out what that range is and adjust the conditional formatting accordingly. Right? What do you think about that? So first, let's figure out what our max and min values are using the max and min functions. I'm going to copy this. Copy, paste it down here in the footer. And let's copy and paste it a second. Okay. This guy, the name is going to be the min x or the min value, whatever. I'll call it min x. Okay. And its control source is going to be equal to the minimum of completed. Here, I'll zoom in so you can see that better. Shift F2, zoom in, right? The minimum of completed. Now, A lot of you who are a little more advanced might know the dmin and dmax functions, right? You can use those domain functions to find the max or min value in any table or query. Well, there's min and max as well, just like there's sum, count, min, max, average, all those, right? This is for the records on this form only. It's a form footer total, okay? Just like sum. I've got a form footer totals video. I'll put a link to it down below if you want to learn more about this. All right, but that's the minimum value. In fact, let me get rid of this one here. We'll copy. Now that we've changed it, we'll copy and paste that one. Because now we'll just make a change and call this the maximum one. So this will be the max x. And here we'll change this to the maximum of whatever that is. Okay, save it, close it, take a peek. All right, there we go. The minimum is 1, the maximum is 2200. What if the minimum is 45? There you go. Now, yep, 40 became the minimum. Okay. All right. So now, knowing this, now we can figure out what that range is. What's the range of values there? Well, let's come in here, design view. I'm going to take the conditional formatting off of these because I copied and pasted that once it already had conditional formatting on there. I don't want them on these. So conditional formatting, delete, delete, delete. Okay, that's just for those guys. All right, let's make another one. Copy, paste. This will be the range of values. All right, I'll call this my difference. Okay, and this is going to be what? Anybody? How do you tell the range of values? The difference between two numbers is what? Max x minus min x. Okay, give me the maximum value minus the minimum value. And that's 2160. Let's make it easier. Let's do 50. Oh, I can't change those, can I? No. Let's make the minimum value 50. We'll make you 50 as well. And let's make the max value 300. There you go. You can easily see the difference is 250. Now, I know what the minimum value, the maximum value is, the difference is. Now I can chop that up into thirds, right? If the bottom is 50 and I got to go up 250, well, I could just take the difference, right, the range there, multiply it by a third, and add that to the minimum value. Right? Makes sense? All right, so let's make 2 more fields down here. You could do most of this in the one thing. I like breaking this up. It's like complicated queries, right? I like making it so that I've got multiple fields because it's easier. The thought process is easier instead of trying to jam it all into one function. I hate when I look at other code and people just try to be fancy by jamming all this code together into one function when it should easily be 6. Okay. All right. So what are we going to do here? Well, this is going to be, let's call it level 1. All right. Level 0 will be everything on the bottom, right? Level 0 will be everything from the minimum value up to level 1. All right. So level 1 is going to be what? Let's zoom in so you can see this better here. Okay. What we're going to do in here is we're going to take the difference and we're going to multiply it by 0.33. We're going to break this into thirds, right? So we'll do 0.33 and 0.67 for the second. All right. So that's level 1. So if our numbers go from 1 to 100, at 33, that's where the first cutoff is. Okay. And just to be safe, let's take the int of that. Let's make it a whole number. Okay. And then we're going to add that to the min x. So if the bottom of the scale is 15, it's going to add 15 to it. Make sense? Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing for level 2. Copy that. Actually, we'll just copy the field. Copy, paste. This will be level 2. Level 2. Right? And this guy, let's go higher than 0.67. Right? 0.6 repeating. Okay, fine. 0.67. All right. So if our numbers are from 1 to 100, right? From 1 to 33 is going to be level 0 or red. Then everybody over this, which is 33% of the range, would be yellow. And then everybody over 67, which is 2/3, will be green. So now all I have to do is use level 1 and level 2 in my conditional formatting. Make sense? All right, so let's go into the conditional formatting. Format, conditional formatting. See, a lot of people don't realize instead of having a hard-coded value like 66 in here, you can put in here a field. All right, so if this is greater than level 2, make sure you put your brackets around that so it sees it as a field. Okay, if this guy is greater than level 1, okay, and if this guy is greater than, let's say greater than or equal to the min x, the minimum value. Okay, hit apply, hit OK. Let's save it, close it, open it. Okay, look at that. Let's change our range again. Let's go from 1 to 100. Okay. 1, 85, 50, and 65. That's on both under 67, right? 85, 100, 90, 100. Those should all be. Let's sort this column, smallest to largest. Whoop. And of course, I got all my nulls up top here. Right. Let's go largest to shortest then. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. And now, if something happens where this guy becomes really, really big, there. Now those are all on the bottom. See? Or if this becomes, 80, that changes, that skews it accordingly. If this guy now becomes a 70, see? Okay. And so now your scale will change based on the values in there. And here's all your numbers down here, right? 150. Boom. Perfect. And that's exactly how the color scales work in Excel. Now, do you have to see all these fields down here? No, you can hide them. Design view. Come in here. Format. Visible, no. And they're there, but we just don't need to see them. Right? You can shrink them all up and make them all small, tiny and small in here so you don't waste a lot of space too. Like I mentioned yesterday, I cover color scales and data bars and all that cool stuff in my Excel Beginner 2 class. Where are they? Right down here. Right there, there's color scales. Because they're really easy to do in Excel. But it's not a built-in feature in Access. Because, of course, Access is literally the red-headed stepchild. It's literally red. It's the red-headed stepchild of the Office family. Microsoft gives Access no respect. So this is something you can do. You can do pretty much everything in Access. Most things. But it just requires a little bit more legwork. But if you want that, there you go. That's how you do it. If you like learning this kind of stuff with me, check out my Microsoft Access expert courses. I cover all kinds of stuff. We do, you name it, functions and things with molecular structures and moving parts. And I don't know, I got so many lessons. It's hard to keep track of it all. But I cover pretty much everything you want to know about Access. So that'll do it for color scales. Now, tomorrow we're going to mix yesterday's lesson, which was data bars. Right? Remember these data bars? We're going to mix that with this, today's color scales. And tomorrow we're going to put them together and we're going to have colored data bars, which is not something you can easily do in Excel. So we got one up on them. We got one up on the Excel people. Yeah, I'm kind of an Excel people too, but I'm more of an Access people. But that is going to be your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something, my friends. Live long and prosper. I'll see you tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my Tech Help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the Tech Help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut Tech Help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my Tech Help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any Tech Help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for Tech Help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.